Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you guys, I was very lucky to be able to find these pictures of these kids because initially in the news, I know that sometimes they want to be protective and they don't always want to show the kids' faces or even give their names. But I'm thankful because not only are these kids no longer at risk of any hurt, harm, or danger, they are at the feet of Jesus, at the sitting with God in heaven right now. Those two babies that y'all see right there. If y'all believe in heaven and God and all of that good stuff, I believe these kids are in heaven. Beautiful babies. And I just don't understand when you look at a face like these, why you wouldn't give everything in your soul, in your being, to try to just do anything that you can to keep that smile. I'm going to pause it. Keep that smile right there. Y'all see that, right? Those two smiles are worth more than life itself. My daughter looked at me like that and smiled at me like that. And I would absolutely give my last breath to my daughter. Beautiful, beautiful smiles. And I just don't understand why people aren't willing to make the sacrifices necessary to just make sure and give these babies a chance so that they can grow up and become something great. So the story I'm about to tell you guys is probably going to shake you to your core, but I want you guys to remember that nothing is worse to listening to this story compared to what these children actually have to live through and what they died going through. So I'm going to tell this story, so you guys bear with me, okay? Okay, guys, let's talk about this story. There's a Las Vegas, and why is so much news coming out of Las Vegas? Y'all remember the dad that his kids supposedly got locked in the car and died of heat exhaustion when we believe and we looked up and we saw the facts and case of that particular situation, and we believe that that baby was beat up and murdered and then put in a car. I don't understand how we have that much news, this much abuse of these kids. There is no excuse for it. There is no mental illness for it. There is no postpartum for it. There is no depression for it. If you can't handle being a parent, it is a large, huge responsibility that takes a mature mind, body, and soul person to be able to do. And if you cannot do it, then stop having sex. Stop procreating. Men need to start being more responsible with their seed. Women also should stop being so irresponsible and choose properly when you receive the seed of a man. As Americans, we got to start doing better. I can't even explain this story, but I'm going to try. There's a woman who is accused, not one, but of 2 counts of murder after police say that she drowned her 2 young children, her babies that y'all just saw on my screen, and told that man who was the father of those babies that those babies' organs, their insides, would be worth a lot of money. You do not need to adjust your dial. You do not need to refresh your screen. If you heard the words that came out of my mouth, then you heard me accurately and correctly. She said that those children's functioning body parts on the inside are worth a lot of money. The reason why I asked you guys to type in hashtag babies for benefits is because I believe that this story falls solely under that category. And for that, I do not think that this individual that you see on my screen with that empty look on her face deserves another moment on this earth. And I'm going to tell you guys why. Let me back it up for a moment. This individual's name is Amanda Sharp-Jefferson and was arrested on Friday and charged with 2 counts of open murder. She's being held with no bond and will be appointed a public defender. You know why? Because she ain't shit. And I hope you guys don't mind me saying that. She's broke and she's a dummy and couldn't afford private counsel. Rightfully so. But she has not yet entered a plea. Now, according to the arrest report by the news, hashtag not my words, the children's father by the name of Jaquan Singleton, and you'll see a picture of him here in a minute, he called 911 on Friday afternoon after discovering the children's bodies. That's Jaquan on the right-hand side. Singleton said he arrived home and wanted to check on his kids. But Sharp-Jefferson, Amanda, shushed him, saying that the children were asleep. He told police he eventually checked on the children and realized they were cold and not breathing. Sharp-Jefferson, Amanda, kept shushing him and at one point made a statement that their organs were worth a lot of money. On a 911 call, a distraught father, again his name is Jaquan, a distraught Jaquan can be heard asking Amanda Sharp-Jefferson, "What did you do?" A brief silence, and he tells the 911 dispatcher, "She drowned. She drowned them." When officers arrived at the scene, they allegedly found the children stacked on top of each other on a baby swing in the couple's living room. Police also alleged that she later claimed that she had no children and she lived in the apartment alone. Then changed, this individual that y'all see right here is saying all of this. Then she changed her story again, and she allegedly said that she discovered the children, the dead children in her living room, but took a shower instead of calling 911. And she said, "I like showers," she said allegedly, according to the police report. Hashtag not my words. If y'all want me to read this police report, a portion of it in detail, y'all can vote in the chat. We're live right now. Click the thumbs up, share the stream, and let other people know that we're live if you would. I don't mind giving y'all those details, but let me know if you want to hear about that. But let's move on. Jaquan Singleton told police that he had been in a relationship with Amanda Sharp-Jefferson since 2018. He said that the relationship fell apart a few weeks ago when Sharp-Jefferson accused him of cheating on her with his spirit wife. His spirit wife. What the hell is a spirit wife? What the hell is wrong with this woman? A spirit wife? Matter of fact, I actually have a theory. I have a theory as to why she did it. Because what I'm going to read y'all is the details, but I'm going to give you my personal opinion as to why he actually, or why she killed his kids. Do y'all want to take a guess as to why she did it? I have a theory. Singleton went to visit his grandmother the night before the children were found dead, but said nothing seemed out of the ordinary. I want y'all to keep in mind that they just broke up over a conversation about a spirit wife. In an interview with Fox 5, Jaquan Singleton says that Amanda Sharp-Jefferson seemed to be losing her grip on reality. She was going through a spiritual and soul type of thing, he told the station, where she thought she wasn't in this reality. She was in the spiritual and soul reality. Despite it all, Jaquan Singleton says he forgives her. "I forgive her," he told the news. "I love her. If I walk around with her with hate and anger, I'm not going to be able to get through this situation. I have to act like they're still here because the only way I can carry on their legacy is to stay positive. I'm going to try to respect what that man said, but this is going to hurt me for saying this, and I know I'm going to get an email from this man. Do y'all want to hear what my opinion is about what he just said? That he has to act like he's happy and act like they're still here because he's in love with the mom? Do y'all really want to hear my real opinion? Or do y'all want me to just move on? I'll wait. I'm going to wait and see what y'all say. Do y'all want me to give my real opinion about what he just said? Or do you want me to just move on and not be a butthole? Okay. My real opinion. No disrespect to Jaquan Singleton. But for you, in the midst of your daughters being dead, for you to still say that I love this woman, regardless of what she did to your daughters, I'm sorry, bro. But you saying that actually proves to me that you cared more about this woman than you did about your kids. I'm just keeping it real. I'm going to back that up and say it again. Based on his words saying, I still love her and I don't want to walk around being mad at her, either he's a simp or he cared more about this woman than he did about those babies. Now, y'all tell me where my opinion is wrong. It's just an opinion. It's just an opinion. Care more about these kids. No matter what you feel like I said that was insensitive, it still should be about the kids because of the fact, screw talking about you forgive her. There should be no forgiveness, not spoken out loud. All it should be about is about your kids at that point. Because that's how we get change in America. That's how we get change in our world and our society. And you let people know that we are not going to stand for our babies being hurt and murdered. Take a stand. Get some nuts. Get some gumption. Get some cojones. Grow some hair on your damn chest. Screw that woman. She robbed these children of an opportunity to grow up, to make friends, to live, to see the world, to go to school, to graduate, to work, and to potentially have a family and a legacy of their own. And you're just, well, yeah, I still love her. I'm just keeping it grown man to grown man with you, bruh. That sounds like some punk ass shit right there. I'm sorry for my language. Sorry for my language. Let me give you guys the fair usage. Let me let y'all hear the news videos. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Can we get a hashtag? Y'all know one of our hashtags is don't send them to jail, send them to hell. Can we get that hashtag in the chat popping off? Let's get it.
As Amanda Sharp-Jefferson sits behind bars tonight, accused of murdering her two babies, her husband and their father, Jaquan, told me he's just trying to stay positive.
Lily. Hi, baby.
We had them 11 months apart because we wanted them to be close and just grow together and just live forever.
Instead, the lives of 2-month-old Lily and 1-year-old Rose were tragically cut short.
Rose was my big juice and Lily was my brown sugar.
Jaquan Singleton told me he left them with their mom, Amanda Sharp-Jefferson, Thursday night so he could be with his other daughter, Violet, at his grandmother's.
I love those videos, and I'm so thankful that they have these videos. Look at these oh my God. That's a beautiful picture right there. That is a beautiful picture right there. No jail time, give them hell time. Thank y'all. That is such a beautiful picture right there. Let's keep going.
Jefferson Thursday night so he could be with his other daughter, Violet, at his grandmother's.
I see Rose, I see Amanda, I see Lily. Everything's good. I was like around 7-something. I'm giving them kisses, I give them hugs. I'm like, I'll see y'all tomorrow. That
was the last time he saw his 2 youngest daughters alive. When he got back to the apartment around noon on Friday,
I see Rose and Lily like over there.
He said they were in the living room, laying down. Rose was on top of Lily. Amanda was home.
Take this coat off, put it on my bed and stuff. And I'm like, but as I'm doing that, she's like, shh, shh, shh.
He said he thought they were asleep until
Feel Lily's head. I'm like, she's kind of cold.
after a few minutes of trying to get a response, it clicked, and he confronted Amanda.
I'm asking, like, what did you do to my daughter? What did you do to my daughter? And she's like, shh, shh.
Jaquan said he called his mom, then called 911. He said Amanda never did.
She's super calm, cool, and collective about it. Literally putting her clothes on, nothing, talking about can we sell the organs and stuff.
He told me he thinks the girls were drowned.
That day when I seen them.
Yo, hear how this conversation listen to how this don't make any sense at all. Listen to how this conversation went. This is absolutely unbelievable.
Jaquan said he called his mom, then called 911. He said Amanda never did.
And I'm going to tell y'all something. That little detail right there, I never thought that I was going to be getting on to the father when I read this story. I'm sorry that I'm having to say this, but let me say this. What did you call your mom for? What did you call your mom for? Did you call your mom because you felt like something was wrong with the kids? And if you did, then why wouldn't you have called 911 first? Why would you call your mom, then 911, instead of 911, then your mom? Like, huh? I'm going to let y'all hear this again, because like I said, I promise you, I'm not trying to get onto this dude's case, but that don't sound right. I'm going to call my mama first. Like, what?
Jaquan said he called his mom, then called 911.
Let's let y'all hear that again.
Jaquan said he called his mom, then called 911.
Hashtag not my words. He said, I called my mama, then called 911. So he thought about his mama first before calling 911 to save his daughters. Then he wanted to come out and publicly let the world know that he ain't mad at his girlfriend that murdered his kids. Where is the logic? Please, somebody let me know.
He said Amanda.
Am I reading too much into this? I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep pausing the video. Am I reading too much into this?
What did you do to my daughter? And she's like, shh, shh.
Jaquan said he called his mom, then called 911. He said Amanda never did.
She's super calm, cool, and collective about it. Literally putting her clothes on, nothing, talking about can we sell the organs and stuff.
He told me he thinks the girls were drowned.
That day when I seen them, I died. I still feel dead. I feel blank, I'm numb.
In Amanda's arrest report, it said she told officers she didn't know Jaquan and denied having any children.
She was going through a spiritual, a spiritual and soul type of thing, where she thought she wasn't in this reality. She was in the spiritual and soul reality.
He said the spiritual side all started a few weeks ago.
I feel like maybe me not coming back that night got to her.
Despite what his wife is accused of.
I forgive her, I love her. I have to act like they're still here because the only way I can carry on their legacy is just just stay positive.
He told me he, Amanda, Rose, and Lily went everywhere together.
If I walk around with anger, hatred, I'm not going to be able to get through this situation.
Now he walks alone, without his big juice or brown sugar.
Life would never be the same.
Jaquan told me he hopes people hear this story and use it as a reminder to check on your friends and family mental health and don't brush off red flags. Meanwhile, Amanda is still behind bars tonight. She was denied bail, but she'll be back in court tomorrow. Jaquan told me he'll continue to support her. Reporting live, I'm Kyla Gaylor, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
The Las Vegas mother accused of killing her 2 children is now in custody. 26-year-old Amanda Sharp-Jefferson is facing murder charges after allegedly killing her 1-year-old and 2-month-old baby. Police say on Friday the father found the children's bodies inside their apartment, that apartment near Desert Inn and Maryland Parkway.
I almost forgot that we need to talk about that screenshot because I know people wanted me to read that. This is going to actually give us some more details in this story, okay? So let me see. Which one is which? Okay. I'm going to cover up the screen just for a moment so we can look at this screenshot. Let's take a look at this. Homicide detectives Grimmett and Deeds conducted an interview with Jaquan Singleton, which is the biological father. Jaquan, I don't know why is his name spelled like that? I'm sorry, it's just messing with my eyes. Jaquan relayed the following information. Jaquan and Amanda have been together since 2018 and have not experienced any problems in their relationship. Up until about 2 weeks ago, when she started talking about an altered spirit world, making allegations that he was cheating with his spirit wife. He was last at their apartment at approximately 7:30 p.m. last night, and both of their kids were fine. Amanda was fine and nothing seemed to be out of the ordinary. He left to go visit his grandmother and gave the address. I'm not going to read the address. And returned home today, which is 11/6/20 this month. Shortly after noon, he walked into the house and saw Amanda getting dressed. He asked her what's going on, and she shushed him. Jaquan said, "What's your problem?" as he went over to see the girls who were laying in a bassinet. He noticed his youngest daughter, Lily, was face up, laying on top of his oldest daughter, Rose. He thought that was weird and asked Amanda why the kids were stacked on top of each other. She again shushed him. Jaquan thought maybe somebody else was in the apartment, so he started checking the rest of the rooms. He noticed she had a bunch of clothes on the bathroom floor that belonged to Amanda and never found anyone else inside the apartment. He again started asking her questions about the kids as he went over to touch them. He noticed Lily was cold to the touch. He went and got some water, sprinkled it on Lily and Rose, however, did not get any response. He started manipulating their eyelids and neither kid woke up or responded. It was then he lost it and began asking her what happened. She kept shushing him and at one point made a statement that their organs were worth a lot of money. When Jaquan picked up the phone to make a call, she told him to hang up. Amanda also told him she would tell him what happened after he was done calling 911, but she never did. That is important information. And I think there's a little bit of detail that I think was missing. I could be getting my stories confused, so I want to preface this before I say it. Now, she was talking about his quote-unquote spirit wife, right? I want y'all to understand that this is not my me putting out a fact. I think this is an opinion. Maybe I read the wrong article. But from what I understand, I think he is the father of another kid outside of these two girls. I think he has a third kid, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Maybe I got my articles mixed up. But I think he's the father of another kid. And what he did was he went to go see his other kid. So he left the house to go see his other kid and then came back. So he went to go spend time with his other kid and then came back. And I want y'all to remember of what she accused him of doing. That crazy broad accused him of cheating, and not only of cheating, but cheating with his spiritual wife. So let's talk about spiritual wife for a moment. The mother killed the girls because the father left them temporarily to see his other kid. If you ask me, that's premeditated murder. She accused him of cheating with his spiritual wife. Are any of you guys familiar with this thing called soul ties? Not soul train, Soul ties. Soul ties. I do believe in the spiritual realm, and I do believe that there's some things going on that maybe we don't understand. And I do believe that if you exchange energies with people, then you'll retain certain things from those people. Soul ties. Okay? So when you're talking about a spirit wife, maybe she's referring to the fact that this man had a kid with another woman who he should have been having a kid by his wife. So theoretically, maybe she's considering that first woman to be his spiritual wife and not her, because she got pregnant after he already had kids. It's just a theory. But if you ask me, I think she took the law into her own hands and said, you know what? You left my kids to go see your other kid. I don't like her. I don't like that little baby. And you know what? I'm going to punish you. And how many times have y'all watched women do cold, hard-ass calculated things like hurting and murdering their kids just because they don't like the fact that this man got other kids? Or the fact that this man has a good relationship with the other mother? Or the fact that maybe she just feels like this man actually is cheating on her? Either way it goes, it don't make a lick of difference to me. To me, she murdered these kids. She got to go. Don't give her jail time for drowning her kids. No, no, no. That's too good for her. Don't give her jail time. Give her what, chat? Give her hell time. Send her straight to hell. Let's not even launch her on an experimental rocket out into the atmosphere and allow her to not breathe and choke and die the same way that she made these babies do. The dad, little questionable mentality. I do believe that he probably is dealing with a lot of pain, but you know, just the fact that you thought about your mama before you thought about 911 or driving your kids to the hospital. I'm sorry, bruh, but that don't make you sound like much of a man. And I'm sorry to say that, and I know people are going to probably just trash me and thrash me in the comments section, but that's my true opinion. And if I'm not entitled to my opinion, if I can't speak my opinion, then what are we doing here in America, huh? We care more about opinions than we do about babies. We're so sensitive about what people think and trying to control what people think rather than controlling our emotions and giving our babies the very best of us to make sure that these beautiful little girls and other babies just like them have an opportunity to grow up and become something great. And I'm going to back this up for a moment because this breaks my heart and I almost want to cry. Because I look at this and you can tell that the big sister really loved her baby sister. Y'all look at that. Y'all look at that. And I don't mean to tell my business. I really don't. But my daughter has a baby sister. Okay? Her mom has another baby. And I watch how my daughter interacts with her baby sister and she loves her so much. And I do too. Because she's a beautiful, sweet little baby. She's just like her mama. And she's an awesome little baby that all of us together as a community are going to make sure that she also has an opportunity to grow up and become something great. But I watch the love for my daughter, of her baby sister. And that's what I think of when I see this picture right here. You just see that's my baby sister. I love her. And y'all have watched stories on my channel where babies have seen something bad happen and seen an adult trying to abuse them, and the kids try to jump into action to stop grown adults who they cannot defend themselves against, to stop them from trying to hurt other kids. And I have a real question to ask you guys before I close out with this video. How is it that babies are teaching us how we should live? These babies have more heart than we do. I thought us as Americans, us as adults, us as parents, had some fight in us, had some dog in us. I thought we would go to war for our kids. And it seems that our kids are going to war for us and having to defend themselves against us. And these kids don't worry about danger. They jump in and like, you know what? You're not going to hurt my brother. You're not going to hurt my sister. And it seems that the kids got more heart and more common sense than we do as adults. It shouldn't be the kids jumping in to protect their siblings. Not only that, but nor these kids should be hurt or harmed by their caretakers, no matter whether it's the biological father, biological mother, whether it's foster parents. I don't care, even if they're in the system or with a grandparent. They don't deserve, these kids don't deserve what they got from that woman. And don't give me she's crazy and she's psychotic. I'm tired of the excuses. I am tired of postpartum as an excuse. I'm tired of, well, let's see what she was going through emotionally as an excuse. I don't care what they're going through. I don't care that they were abused as kids. I don't care that whatever it is, I don't care that the baby father was violent and he's was beating on me, Hoppo. He's was beating on me, and that's why I kills my kids, Hoppo. We got to start cutting the excuses in America. We got to start cutting the dead weight. People like this don't deserve to be in our society. Not now, not ever, nor do they deserve to be able to procreate, be around kids, have kids, be parents. They don't deserve that. They don't even deserve their reproductive rights. And we got to start taking a stand. It's a damn shame when you have to have more requirements to drive a car than you do to direct an entire human being, to raise a life. We got to start having higher standards, man. R.I.P. to those beautiful babies, to the father, bruh. I hope as a man, you understand where I'm coming from and understand that I don't mean any harm on him and I don't want him to do nothing to himself. But you absolutely have to understand that we have to have better discernment than that. Men hold men accountable, and we absolutely have to start holding our women accountable as well, okay? If we really believe in equality, then we got to start holding people to a freaking standard and stop giving people excuses, okay? From my heart to yours, I love you guys. To baby Rose and Lily, R.I.P. They did have a GoFundMe. I'm not going to dog their GoFundMe today. Not today. I'm not going to dog it. But they did have a GoFundMe up. There was an individual by the name of Donald Grayson who opened up the GoFundMe for the dad, I'm assuming, asking for $6,000. It looks like they're going to reach that goal. Had a beautiful picture of these little girls in there, but the GoFundMe is there. I still believe that we have to start investing in life insurance for our kids. There's just no excuse for that. I'm DJ Just J, but we are the AFC because we advocate for children first. All right. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel, please. Thank you.